After the fiasco with the badgers eating the sweet corn, I've decided that I'm going to turn this cold frame into a bed for the sweet corn and build it up so that badgers can't get into it. So rather than have this as a cold frame, it's going to be a sweet corn bed because it's solid. They're not going to dig into that, and I don't think they'll dig under it. And it's got nice, these are thick sides, and then once I build it up, then they won't be able to get in. So instead of putting this door on this cold frame, I'm going to put it on this top cold frame. Well, this is had carpet. It's got layers and layers of carpet, and it's all nasty stuff like this. So I've got to dig all this stuff out before I bring that door up here. So I've got to sort this one out first. The pigeons have demolished this land cress that was here. I put in pots, and they've had a go at this one as well, but it'll recover. Something has been in here and pulled out these. I don't know why anything would come in and pull out the gooseberry cuttings, but anyway, put those two back in, but the others seem to be alright. Right, it's time to do the job I've been dreading, which is to clear this top cold frame. There is a lot of rubbish and nasties. It's all covered in carpet and all sorts of nasty stuff, brambles going through it. So it's going to be a bit of a job tidying that up. So let's dig in and see what we find. I think I'll start at this end, get rid of those, and then I can start at this end. Let's hope you don't find glass under here. Finding things like plastic modules, but that's only to be expected. I'm sure I'll need a bin, so no rubbish can go in there. Okay. So there's a lot of carpet in this corner, so let's pull that up and see what's underneath it. Is it going to come out? Yes, it's going to come out. It's all in one piece, which is, I suppose, good in a way. It's not all rotten and falling apart. So, enough for getting it out. Okay, that's not too bad on the first bit. Obviously, very big thick bindweed roots, but I expected that. Unfortunately, this corner seems to be missing a layer of bricks, but that's easily fixable. That's easily fixable. It's not a problem. But underneath that carpet is this other one, which, oh no, it's coming up. I thought it might come up in pieces, but it just looks a bit flimsy, but it's coming up. I mean, there's little bits like this, but yeah, I think we can deal with that. I'll not film the rest of it, but it should pretty much be the same. But there's this bit here on the sort of wall. I don't know whether that's something of Tony's. I can't believe that he would do that, but I don't know why this thing is sitting there, but I'll ask him. Don't remember it, but I've shifted so much carpet I've probably just put it out of the way and not thought about it. There are a lot of buttercups around, so it's going to have to be cardboard, because wood chips alone won't deal with buttercups. And this carpet, it's all little pieces, so that's going to take a while to pick up, but at least it's coming up. There's a lot of bindweed as well, lots and lots of bindweed, but just putting what I can. I'm not going to dig it up, because I've realised trying to dig out bindweed is a fool's errand, because the stuff just seems to come back, and in the process of digging, A, you exhaust yourself, and B, you're bringing all the old weed seeds back to the top, so it's a pointless exercise. I'm not going to do that anymore. There is a bit of plastic there, so I assume they've tried to cover something up under there. I'll find out what that is. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. The other day I ran out of time and I haven't been back for a few days, so it's time to finish this bed off. And you'll probably hear the hedge cutting machine in the background all day. Well, that's sorted. I've roughly levelled this and just raked it, because I didn't actually dig in and go deep. It's got lots of lumps, so where I've actually dug up the soil and there was some loose soil, I'll spread that around as best as I could, but it's going to get topped off with a lot of leaves and mulch, so I'm not too bothered about it being level, but I still keep finding bits of glass. And I've got to sort this lot out. There's a bag and that's all full of rubbish. This is all roots of nettles and bindweed and things that I've pulled up and dug up, but there's still loads down there, but I'm not going to go trying to dig them all out because that's futile. And this is all the stuff that's going to go in the compost, and there's a lot of privet trimmings there as well, which I will compost as well. In fact, those are going to go into a raised bed to fill the bottom, so they'll sit here for a while, but these others I'll sort out first, and then I can finish off the bed. So all these roots are going to go in the weed barrel. Right. So all these roots of bindweed and nettles will go in this barrel, and we'll stew them up and make some nice fertiliser out of them. Well, we've got this corner that needs fixing, putting some bricks on, and when I pulled the carpet, this was covered in carpet, and this bit needs sorting as well. So I can do that. When I build a greenhouse, I've got to put in a base, and I'll be building a brick base and cementing that together. So I'll add a little bit here as well when I do that. Shouldn't take long. I'll try and roll up this carpet. That is a mess. I'll try and roll it up so it takes up less space and it's easier to manage. Right, I've rolled this carpet as best as I could, considering there's tears in it and there's weeds stuck all over it. So that'll do. This one, it's all connected together, but there's no way you can roll it because it's all in tatters. So I'll just dump that in one of the blue boxes. And that compost and those hedge trimmings will stay here till I've made the first raised bed, and they can go in it. But they can sit here for the moment. They're not in my way for now, so they can sit there. Let's get rid of these two. Here's where I'm piling all the rubbish that I'm collecting from around the allotment. It's going to be rather a lot. But hopefully the next skip day I'll be able to get rid of that. I mean, I've got rid of a load already. We used to get skips regularly, but since COVID we've had like 2, and everybody's been in trying to fill them, so I've only been able to get rid of a little bit. Right, that's done. So that's cleared. Now I've got to mulch it, and the only thing I've got is some leaves, so that will have to do for now. Now these leaves are not going to last forever. They'll give a little mulch, not to even out the ground, and I'm going to add some cardboard on top of it. It adds an extra layer of mulch, and it will also stop the weeds, stop the leaves blowing about. Shouldn't do. I mean, Tony's leaves don't blow about, so it shouldn't be a problem. But I'll add a layer of cardboard anyway, and that will add an extra layer of mulch and stop any of the perennial weeds like buttercup coming up, because they'll go through mulch, they'll go through wood chips, it goes through leaves. But if I put a couple of layers of cardboard, I'll put a layer now, and in about May I'll put another layer of cardboard down, and then during the summer I will mulch that with some clippings as they arrive. But this should do for now. Okay, put some cardboard down. I think I might put 2 layers down. Right, this bed is now covered. It's got leaves, then cardboard, so that will keep the worms happy. And in the summer, when I get some more clippings, I will add some more on top of the cardboard, and that should help that bed be ready for not this year but next year, because I don't need it this year. So I just want to make it good and usable and make the soil as nice as possible. But the worst thing about putting cardboard down is having to take all this tape off. And I'm putting some bits of metal down just to hold the cardboard down and stop it blowing away. And having pieces of metal fairly close together, it should stop badgers and foxes trying to dig it. Right, that's done. So this is now ready. When I get some clippings, I will take the metal off and put the clippings on, and that should keep everything happy. But before I put this bed to bed, so to speak, if you excuse the pun, I need to do one more thing. I will move this white frame and this window that we're going to be used on this as a cold frame. As I'm going to be using this for sweet corn, I'm going to move these two up there. Right, they're on. I haven't put them on properly because obviously I'll be moving them when I put the clippings on, so they're there just roughly in place for now, and got that job out of the way today. Whew. These things don't half weigh a ton.